it is not a very great thing if you leave your motherland and go to any other land. The person has to struggle when he moves to the foreign land. Astrology is like when you calculate the impact of all these planets which is like revolving around sun. Basically the astrology is to remove superstition. Basic of astrology starts from the Vedas. So that's why it is called a Vedanga. Vedas are the oldest source of knowledge on this planet.
What astrology can help you to the migrants?
Check the chart and first you have to confirm whether there is a combination of living in a foreign country or not.
How to teach those Vedic methodologies to our kids?
One thing which is very important is the emotional balance.
Hello and welcome to today's podcast. I am Ajay Kaushik. In this episode, we are diving into a very unique conversation, one that connects with astrology, career growth, and migrant experience. Joining today, we have a special guest, Alok Khandelwal. He is the founder of Asttrolok, also known as a renowned astrologer, speaker, and teacher who has helped thousands of people across the globe with his deep insight into Vedic astrology, spirituality, and practical remedies. Alok Ji, it's a real pleasure to have you with me today.
Thank you, Ajay. Thank you. Thanks for this podcast.
And in this podcast, we wanted to understand more about astrology in basic terms. What astrology can help you to the migrants who are coming from different countries to start a new life in Australia or in some other countries, and just need to understand how spirituality basically play an important role in their career and career growth and life aspects when they move to a new country. So can you explain me in simple terms what astrology really is? Is it a science, philosophy, or a spiritual guide?
So astrology is like when you calculate the impact of all these planets which is like revolving around sun, right? If you see, the earth is also revolving around sun. So we are basically out of these planets who are revolving around sun. But the same way, like as science also says, that the earth can create impact on the other planet. The other planets are also creating an impact on us, and they are sending rays the way sun is sending rays to us. So when they send rays, and then these planets takes control of all the 5 elements, and we are also made up of 5 elements, right? If you see that, everybody knows that sun is basically controlling the fire, whereas the moon controls the water, right? In the sea, they check the low tide or high tide from the moon, right? The scientists also do that way. So we are also made up of 5 elements, and these planets control 5 elements, so they interact with us. And when they interact, they create an impact on us, on our thought process and the event on us. To understand that impact, that science is called astrology. So it is a combination of science, because a lot of mathematical calculation is there. It is a spiritual science, and there is an element of philosophy also into that.
So many people confuse astrology with superstitious. How would you differentiate these two?
It's basically the astrology is to remove superstition.
Okay.
Because imagine that your day starts with a planet's name, right? Today is Friday.
Yeah.
In Hindi you call it Shukravar, so that this day goes to the planet Venus. So if something is so prominent, this is acceptable throughout the world, right? That today is Friday, right? Depending on the time zone, obviously. When it is acceptable to so many people, how can it be a superstition? Right? There can people who have a bad practice to do it, but the science is completely intact. It is there to remove the superstition, not to implement this.
And how has astrology evolved over time to remain relevant in today's modern world?
See, the basic of astrology starts from the Vedas, right? So that's why it is called a Vedanga. Vedas are the oldest source of knowledge on this planet, right? And Vedanga means the body part of Ved, and Jyotish is called the eyes of Veda. That means you cannot learn any knowledge without the knowledge of the time. So any knowledge which comes from the elementary basis, it is above the time. So that's why it was relevant before 10,000 years old, And then it is relevant now also because the consciousness of the human is same, and it works on the consciousness, right? If you see the discrimination, the meaning of the word Jyotish, it's Jyoti plus Ish. Jyoti is the light in us. The soul resides us as light, and the Ish is the Ishwar. So it is there from the last 10,000, 20,000 years, and it is going to stay for next 20,000 years. So that's why it is still relevant. You must have also experienced when you come to Australia, and daily on the daily basis also you experience that it is relevant.
No, I really like you started this conversation because my next question is about the migrants only, because I have seen that struggle in a period of time when I migrate from India. So there is a curiosity that why migrant often struggle when they move to a new country. Is it like even they have the skills and they also have qualifications as well? So is it from a planetary position perspective that initially they were living in India, now they move to a different country? So how that thing work?
Okay, so that's a very interesting question, but I have to get into a little technicalities to answering this question, right? So number one, as per our Shastras, it is not a very great thing if you leave your motherland and go to any other land, right? Any foreign land. Why? Because the language is not yours, the food is not, you don't have your family, you are not a citizen even. So you don't fit comfortably once you start your journey into any foreign land, right? And the Shastra says that the person has to struggle when he moves to the foreign land. So it is in the Shastra. So there is nothing new when someone comes to any country and then they get struggle. Now, if you see in a horoscope, the fourth house, which is your motherland, is a house of happiness also. So that means when you are leaving your motherland, you are leaving a little bit of happiness. And then you go to a house which is called the house of loss. The same house is a house of foreign also. So what you are losing your identity, right? You are losing your citizenship. That's why people, when they change their country, initially they have to leave the happiness, they have to do struggle, and they have to do the physical shram, right? Because they have to give. So they have to. So you will see a lot of people who are doing very good in India, but sometimes they have to work in McDonald's or something, and then they grow up basically. But emotionally, whenever you leave your motherland, it can create an impact. Basically, it can give you some sorrow. Since we are not that much developed we were not developed. So when you come to say Australia, England, or maybe America, you become wealthy. But yes, happiness is something which you always get in your parent land, motherland.
Like many migrants feel really anxious and uncertain when they move to a different country. Can astrology also help them to decide a specific time? When is the right time to move? Is there any planetary conditions which meet with their horoscope so that an astrologer can help them to go on a specific time so that they should not get into a situation like me, and they can avoid those unhappiness?
Yes. So the first step in this, Ajay, is like you have to check the chart, and first you have to confirm whether there is a combination of living in a foreign country or not. So you will see a lot of failure ratio in India where people try to go to foreign but they are unsuccessful, right? And it takes their 2 years, 3 years for this entire process. They are going through GRE and then IELTS and then agents. So first step is to check whether you can live into a foreign country or not, which can be checked in the horoscope, number one. Number two, if that combination is in your birth chart, then the time comes when you should leave.
Okay.
So when you leave your country in a dasha, I'm going a little technical, in a dasha of say 8th house, which is responsible for kashta, problems, or maybe 12th house, which is loss, feeling of giving us, then you will have initial struggle, minimum 6 months. Because 6 months the consciousness takes time and you start thinking that the foreign land is like you are now living there, right? But if you leave in a dasha of say 7th house, 9th house, a lot of people which we suggest go to foreign into dasha of these houses. And 9th house is a house of fortune. It is a house of big travel also. So when you go in these kind of situations, then you will easily get a job. Maybe you come only with a job, you will get a good home, you will feel very happy in any other country. Or maybe you will start a business which will like roaring very, very early. So timing, again, astrology can help, and we have helped a lot of people. And if you remember when you came and you were struggling also, I suggest you some remedies, and then we were discussing it yesterday, and it works because the consciousness need to set into that land. Okay, now this land is going to give me the food. Correct. So then you need to do something basically. If you have even come at a bad time.
Yeah. And in foreign land, basically the kind of laws they have, they don't have access to those astrologers. Now technology improving, you can do the video call and do the whole horoscope matching there. But is there any kind of simple, practical astrological remedies which migrant can follow just to attract the stability and career opportunities and the peace of mind?
Yes, so obviously everybody has to go to Jyotishi to read the chart because that is on the individual level. Yeah. But it's very difficult to find a good astrologer, especially in foreign land. So there are simple remedies which everybody can do who is struggling here. Mm-hmm. Number one is like, which I ask you to do is a remedy for the 9th house. 9th house is your own religion. Mm-hmm. The first thing which you should do when you leave your parent country, motherland, is not to leave your religious practice. Mm-hmm. In fact, restart your religious practice. Whatever religion, if you are a Sikh, if you are a Jain, if you are a Hindu, doesn't matter. Whatever religion you have. So you have to start doing a mantra either for your guru, mm-hmm. because guru is the significator of 9th house, mm-hmm. number one. Number two, you should do a mantra for sun. Mm-hmm. So if you do a mantra for sun, maybe you can do a sun salutation also. Surya Namaskar also can help. And guru mantra, that is for everybody. Otherwise, on the macro level, if you follow your religion, even when you are away from your foreign land, then your initial struggle time of say 6 months, 1 year can easily, that can give you, in fact, quick result and a very good fortune as well.
Mm-hmm. Correct. So, thank you for those insights. Now, I have prepared some rapid fire round for you to make this more fun wearing. So, first one is, you have to give one word answer basically. Only one word or maybe 2 words, whatever you feel like. So first one is there any specific zodiac sign asked the most question in your sessions?
It is the Scorpio.
Scorpio. Okay. They are dangerous.
They have a lot of inquiries actually.
And which sign is most likely to succeed abroad?
It is the Pisces.
Okay.
And any sign of Venus.
Okay. And any one gemstone you think every professional should consider wearing?
No, it's not that way.
Okay, good. Do remedies work faster with faith or discipline?
Remedies will work only with faith.
Only with faith.
Obviously, discipline is required, but without faith, nothing will work.
Which planet is more important for career success?
It is always Mercury.
Always Mercury. Which planet creates the biggest challenge for migrants?
It is Rahu.
And morning ritual you recommend for instant positivity?
So it's like, remember your guru, remember your father. That's very important. Especially, I'm just extending it. If you, I'm just giving you one remedy. If you are in a foreign land, if you're talking to your father daily, that also helps a lot.
Okay, I'm following that. So every day 29 seconds of call with my father is my ritual.
That's very good.
Yeah, and if you had to choose hard work or luck, what matters more?
It's a combination of both.
Which zodiac sign makes the best leaders?
It's always Sun, Leo.
And which zodiac sign struggle the most with decision making?
It is Gemini.
Gemini. What's one small remedy that can improve focus at work?
If you are a Hindu, Om Namah Shivaya.
Okay, that's very good. Which planet influence confidence and public speaking?
So it's like Mercury.
Okay.
Mercury and Sun, both. They are 2 planets basically.
Now it's a personal question for yourself. One astrological myth you wish people should stop believing?
That Sadesati is always bad.
Oh, okay, that's good. Yeah, people always think about if I have a Sadi Sati, that means I am facing a lot of issues.
That's why I always say that Narendra Modi becomes Prime Minister 2 times in Sadhe Saat.
Oh, that's very nice. Which sign do you think is the most disciplined?
Most discipline is generally Libra and Aries. They are more disciplined. Aries is like very disciplined.
And which signs are more adventurous?
Adventurous is like Aquarius. They are adventurous, and Sagittarius is also a little bit. Although I am a Sagittarius, not very adventurous because of some impact. But yeah, Sagittarius are also like they like little bit.
What do you do? Adventures in people's life. Okay, and what's the one mantra for overcoming fear of failure?
So fear of failure is given by a planet called Ketu. So if you remember Ganpati, that you can come out of fear of failure.
Okay. If astrology was a subject in college, what would be its most important lesson?
So it tells you about the life, and it tells you when to increase your effort and when to keep quiet. So it is basically a subject of management.
Yeah. Okay. Can someone change their luck or only align with it?
They can align. They cannot change. They can. They can decrease the effort to achieve something. That's the basic purpose of Jyotish.
Okay. So basically my channel is more aligned with helping the migrants who are coming there. So whatever struggle I have seen in this 7 months, I am trying to put that information which I get from those 7 months into a channel where people can go and they can decide before going to a new land and starting their career. And there are obstacles which they face. I try to put my learning there so that can learn from that. So if you only had 30 seconds to give advice to migrant, what would you say?
So I'll say it's very good if you come out of your country and then make some money and career here. But yes, it is a good idea to read. To ask somebody to read your chart whether it will be successful or not. There is no point struggling here if you don't have any success. Second is, as I said, that you keep on doing your ritual practice. That will always help you in foreign country. It will less help you maybe. If I compare it from the parent country, the foreign land, you should be more religious. That if you want to make good fortune and money.
Yeah, when you are talking about this, generally in foreign land, people feel that there is a lack of temples where they can go for worship and everything. So, is there anything you can advise to people who don't have access to?
So there is basically no need for a temple, because any mantra you can do at your home also, in your own room. If you are living in a room also, you can do a mantra. So Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namo Narayana, Gayatri Mantra. These are the mantra. You need not to go to any temple. Obviously, it's very difficult to get a temple. Sometimes you have to go to 60 miles to just for a darshan, which is not practical. So you can do it at your home. I am asking only to do at your home. If you go to temple, that's fine. That's good.
And is there anything specific you wanted to say who are coming with families? How to bring that balance into their family life as well, and how to teach those Vedic methodologies to our kids?
So if you are talking about places like US, places like Europe and Australia also, one thing which is very important is the emotional balance. Because all these countries have a planetary impact, that there are a lot of aloofness and loneliness in these countries. So that's why you find a lot of psychosomatic issues and loneliness issues in these countries. So family, when you come with a family, it is very good. Being a loner here is again a very problematic thing. Most of the people will come alone and then they will settle down and then they will ask their family to come. So as I repeatedly saying, following your rituals which you are following in your country will always bond your family here. They will be less influenced by maybe I am not saying the Western culture is somehow problematic, but they will be in their roots. They will be following their roots, and that will help them to grow here.
Thank you very much, Alok Ji, for sharing this valuable insight. Today we have explored how astrology is not just about predictions, but about guidance, remedies, and aligning ourselves better with the life opportunities. For all the migrants and professional listeners who wanted to learn more about astrology, they can go to Google and search for Asttrolok and can hear more of the Alok's vision and wisdom on that. Thank you.
Thank you very much.